Gather all the finest meats and cheeses for a Spatchcock Funk Feast. And this feast is sponsored by our friends from Wisconsin Cheese. Speaking of that, they level up the cheese, and we're gonna level up a charcuterie board, y'all. This is grilled charcuterie. It's hot, it's fun, and it's different. Now, a charcuterie board is a really important thing to have at this stage for a party, for a dinner, maybe to eat by yourself. But it's gotta look good, it's gotta have different flavors and tastes. So we are gonna do that right for you, right now. We're not trying to be cheesy, but we've got a thing in our hearts for the Wisconsin cheese people. Now, master cheesemakers, you have to have a license to make cheese in that state. And we are gonna use some of the all-star cheeses they got there that you can find anywhere you want in the stores. Just look for this mark. We got Grand Cru cheese that we're gonna melt on the grill to make a cool little dip. We've got bread cheese, y'all, from Car Valley. And Car Valley cheese, they know what they're doing. This we're gonna put on the grill, and it's gonna melt and then be our charcuterie board. We've got a bunch of grated parm. We're gonna show you cool things to do with that. Hook's cheese, just like the Stella Parm, is super fantastic, super sharp. Doing that 3 different ways too. Finally, we've got a triple cream brie from Schroeder's Case. And this stuff is gonna be beautiful, immaculately melty, fantastic. The history of the charcuterie board. 2 different theories. One, the rich aristocrats did it before their fancy feasts. The other, hardworking people in factories did it to extend long days and fuel their passion, or at least to stay in work for a little bit longer. So we don't know which one, we like them both. Let's make it fancy and grind at the same time. Let's head to the grill. Now, we've got the grilled course. This is the Grand Cru dip. We've got lemon juice, apples diced. We've got the cheese, obviously, that was grated with some cornstarch, a little water. We've got our grilled bread cheese that we're gonna slice. So we're gonna put this, the cheese is the centerpiece of this thing, but we've got a bunch of different options we've got here. We took that Hook's and the Hook's cheddar and the Stella Parm and took some tomatoes and sausage, put them together and stuffed some hot cherry peppers. So when you're making a charcuterie board, you want to have different flavors, textures, and temperatures, right? So we've also got some grilled pears, which pair well with a bunch of different things. Now, a charcuterie itself is like a centerpiece, but the bubbling cheese, the grilled cheese, all this stuff here is kind of the centerpiece now, but that doesn't mean we're done yet. It gets better as we go out. This is one of those dishes that is good from front to back, side to side. Ariana Grande would be proud. Let's get the rest of it on here. We're gonna line each side with the crispy, crunchy, dippy parts. So we made homemade cheese crisps, cheddar and parm. We're gonna alternate those all the way down the board. Cheese crisps are easy to make with the right cheese. So just take 2-inch squares of your shredded cheese, hit it with salt and pepper on parchment paper, put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 8 minutes, and they come out looking like that. Now the rest of our crunchy side, we're gonna put a bunch of crostinis down there because that's gonna be good with the dip. Then we're gonna use Triscuits because Triscuits can hold up to heavy cheeses too, as well as cool, relaxed cheeses, which we're also gonna bring into the party. Finally, the last rung, we got our pork rinds, AKA chicharrones. These salty, airy, crunchy, beautiful pieces of fried pork really add a new, trendy, cool thing to your charcuterie board. We're gonna lay out some more just of slices of that beautiful Hook's cheddar. Also, what's cool and trendy is we've got some grilled, I'm gonna put a pile of grilled Spam here. So we've got some high-end stuff, some cool working class stuff for the aristocrats, and for those in the factories from back in the day. So there's our pile of Spam. Now, we also like a little bit of olives. We've got some Greek in the family at Spatchcock Funk, so we've got Kalamata olives, we've got some green olives, beautiful and fresh. We also love Marcona almonds. They're oily and salty, and they bring something really fresh. We're gonna put that in a corner too. Now, our other corner piece, a big trend these days in charcuterie boards, are tinned fish. And Fishwife, which is an awesome company, this is their smoked salmon with some chili crisp on it. So we're gonna take one of these, and the box is cool, the can is cool, and we're just gonna leave that open as is so people can come in and grab a bite of that. We also have some asparagus that we grilled the day before, so this is another cooler temperature on there, but also provides something nice composition with everything else. We also have a bunch of sliced, cooked, chilled bockwurst. So we've got a little bit of a German influence because of the big German influence in the cities of Milwaukee and Wisconsin and all the places around there. The next meat we've got Cubanelle, which is a nice, salty, dried sausage that's got a nice little chewy bite to it, but a little bit of spice, not heat, but just spicy flavor. The last two parts of our meat extravaganza, we have some paper thin sliced prosciutto our boy Timmy made for us. So we're gonna place that right here. So people can come and peel themselves off a little slice of that. Really make it fan out and look nice. Finally, one of our favorite meats is mortadella. This is a sliced pork that has pistachio in it, nice and fatty and salty. Now, we've got the hot creamy stuff. We want some cool creamy stuff too. So we're taking some of this beautiful brie, and right out of the container, we're gonna slice ourselves a wedge in this little empty spot there because we want everybody to have a bite. And the brie pairs so nice and creamy with the pears and the crostini, so you get a bite right off of that. Now, before you take a bite of a charcuterie board, you gotta marvel at it, right? We've got the aristocrats, we've got the hardworking people, we've got the hot, the cold, the spicy, the salty, the sweet. All of it combined to give you different flavor profiles, different bites to make this day, this board, your people, like the people of Wisconsin, the cheesemakers, special. Now, it's time to dip. I'm gonna take some of this awesome dip I got here. So many choices, but I gotta start with this. It's warm and gooey on a charcuterie plate, which is different and fun. Just like Spatchcock Funk, just like the cheese from Wisconsin, just like you. Smoky, gooey, and full of love. Spatchcock Funk.